Alright. Alright. Perfect. Now, go to here, pop this guy out. Go like that. Here. Here, go here. Now we're just going to reuse the last one. Save. All right. Hello. Have everything up and going. All right. Take two. So, as some of you might remember, I need to pull that one up. So, we are working on this area. Now, due to technical issues, I was not able to get as far as I wanted to in the first stream. But we will not let that deter us. The reason why I want to get a little bit farther is because I want to put a little bit more distance in here. So, like, where I'm thinking the farmer's market will start will actually be right about there. So just past the shulkers, and then it'll actually start from there. Now, a big thing this. What's up, Rydell? How you doing? Rydell? RLD? How you doing? A big thing with this is actually going to be a spot where we start raising the elevation. So the farmer's market is going to wind up being about 30, 40 blocks long. Won't be as wide, but it'll be a good size. But it's going to be all open air. It's going to be like similar to over there. Yeah. The big thing with it, though, is it's going to actually go up about 4 blocks in elevation in total by the time we get to the end of it. So it's actually serving a very, very big purpose where it is starting the elevation change into the upper district. So, yeah. So we got to get quite a bit cleared out. We're going to go for longer than normal. So we're going to go for longer than normal, and we'll just go from there. So I know I did start a little bit late, but it is what it is. It's the weekend, so I'm not too concerned about times or anything. So, but yeah. I also changed up some settings on my Streamlabs, so hopefully we don't run into the issue of stream just crashing randomly. And if we do, we know it's more system related then. So, but yeah. So, quite a bit that we got to break through. Shouldn't take too long. I think in order to get as much space as we need, it might only take about 2 hours, barring any technical issues. So, plus we do have shulkers clearing out, and I did go and clear a lot of shulkers actually from Finrad itself. So we have extra storage if we need it. Plus, as we get 2 or 3 shulkers empty or full, we're actually going to go and start actually getting rid of them then. Just so that way we have them emptying as we're doing this because we are within range of the system. So, what's up, RLD? How you doing? I want to say riddle, but that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right, so. But oh, wonderful. It'll also be interesting to see how the stream performs today or now, given I've already been live today, and yeah. It'll be interesting. But nonetheless. Nope. Nope. We're reformed. We're reformed. We are reformed. So, have I gone back to the shulkers yet? I don't think I have. I've just been kind of vibing. I'm going to throw that in because I just know that's going to be a pain in the butt. All right. I love how I exactly 64 diorite. Well, it might be because I'm mining through diorite right now. All right. Yeah. Oh, I've also been watching I was also watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and the way that some of those curse powers work are actually so brilliant. Like with how they backlash and all that, like oh my gosh. It is actually crazy how brilliant some of them are. They're like super overpowered ones. Just don't that have like that have a ton of backlash. It's like, oh my gosh. Because they seem super overpowered, but like the backlash on them is insane. I also suddenly get a joke that was made on one of my TikTok posts from like 2 years ago. Or somebody just says salmon. I was like, what? Okay. So there's that. There's that. But yeah. This will never not be satisfying. I remembered. See, what we're actually going to be doing with this one is I'm going to be doing a time lapse of destroying all of this and then putting in the farmer's market. And I'm just gonna title it when that mountain gets in the way of your cute little farmer's market. Like, that's just what the title's gonna be. So, but that does remind me, we're also gonna need a lot of moss for this because I'm actually gonna wind up replacing a lot of the grass with moss, just because it's gonna be consistent and it's gonna be vibrant. So, like, moss is very, very consistent, whereas you can see with the grass, we're getting different tones from it. And I really want olive finrad to be that bright green. So, except in one spot, we're going to have pale moss. And I can't tell you why, but you'll know why. You'll know why. You'll get out eventually. So, like that. Go like that. We're full. Captain, we're full. No. What shall we do? Hey, I started on this side. You started on that side. Hi, I started on this side. Anyways, we fly up. I love this part of the process. You know how I can tell that I'm enjoying Minecraft for the right reasons this time? I enjoy mining. Like, I enjoy this right now. Like, this is super enjoyable right now. And I know, like, when I'm, like, deepest into Minecraft is when I'm enjoying the mine. If I'm not enjoying mining, then I'm not enjoying Minecraft. Like, that's just the simple fact of it. Like, if I can't find enjoyment out of the mining of it, like, then I'm not actually enjoying the game. I didn't need to do that, but I did it for simplicity's sake. I'm gonna break through there. I am. It's better to know that now than later. So, like so. Papa. Papa. Wonderful. All right. Ma'am, we're sorry we have to tell you this, but it appears your child has autism. How can you tell, doctor? Well, ma'am, we put him in front of some blocks, and he started to build. Told him they were free to play with, and he built the Vatican. Ma'am, that's not normal. Children don't build the Vatican. They build a straight tower. Should have fun. He asked for another set. And we were like, why do you need another set? And he said, it's because what I want to build, I don't have enough block for. And we said, how do you know? He said, I calculated it. And ma'am, at that point, we feared for ourselves. We feared for our safety. Because we didn't know how many blocks we gave us. Or we gave him. He just kept on asking for more. Well, is there anything else? Ma'am, I don't know how. But he got a train parked in the parking lot. Oh, yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. You ever just really concerned that the talking to yourself gets out of hand? Because I do. They're starting to have different characters, and I don't know what to do with them. No, sir. That's my bed. That's my bed. Day 87 of Stargate. I'm starting to understand them. They aren't random sounds. They're tempered. They're intentional. So, fly over this way. Hit our face on that. Wonderful. I never turned that to that. I never turned that to that. I do, however, believe very good chance I just turbo nuked. My analytics on that. Yeah, I did. So, it's all good though. That's all good though. We'll go again tomorrow with the vertical. We got everything figured out though, so stream seems to be holding up. So, That's the important part. That's what we want. I'm gonna go trade for a whole bunch of bottles of enchanting after this. So that way I can just keep on repairing this pick. Because I really don't need cobblestone. Because I really don't need cobblestone. All right. Wonderful. 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 Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Oh no! We're gonna get a whole bunch of coal. Yeah, see, after we get this done, we're gonna go get a whole bunch of bottles of enchanting and just not need to worry about this because the copper and coal is just gonna make everything a little bit more annoying for storage, so. So, da, 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 da. Don't worry, I had plenty of iron in the back door. Ay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, one thing that I think is really hurting me right now is due to the issues that I was having earlier with stream like constantly closing or ending and then needing to restart. The portrait side has now been pushed out a lot today, so now it just feels like YouTube's backing off a little bit for a while, so but that's okay. That's okay. So you should only step on. Wonderful. Wonderful. Not rush now. All right. All right, now it's nighttime, right? Now it's nighttime, right? What do you mean? I honestly would love it if rain could just be slept through. Because it is the most annoying thing in the world. Rain is the most annoying thing in the world, honestly. But we'll be back. Got our bottles of enchanting, which is exactly what we wanted. We're probably going to store them in our ender chest, which we got behind there. So, but this way we're able to repair our pickaxe at the time where it almost is about to break. And that way we can keep on using Silk Touch. Because it's so much nicer. So much nicer. Anyways, we fly away. Up, up, and away. So, ow. That hurt. Now we can sleep. Love it. Love it. So, come over here. Now, one thing that's going to be a bit of an issue with doing the farmer's market is we will need to lay out where the houses are going to go. So that way it all kind of makes sense. If you know what I mean. So. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. But yeah. Farmer market is going to be, I don't know, it's somehow going to be easy and hard at all at the same time. Like I'm seeing it really clearly in my head. but it's going to be like hard because it's not my build style normally, which again, we still got to finish the greenhouse. But besides that point, I'm not necessarily seeing the greenhouse as clearly as I'm seeing this farmer's market, if you know what I mean. Like, the farmer's market, I'll be able to replicate, like, all the stalls. They'll all be, like, at the core the same. But, they won't be the same. You know what I mean? They won't be the same, though. I can change wood types. I can modify slightly. I can make them a little bit longer. So, yeah. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. I didn't put the bottles of enchanting away. Whoops. Well, no helping it now. So, like so. Perfect. Perfect. Wonderful. Ah. Icy water. You know, it's going to be so much fun falling into that water in a little bit. Just on the way back, forgetting about it. Ah. So. I really love how there's a mechanic in this game that's faster than, like, the God Powers mechanic. Like, because it genuinely is. Like, hey, that's because that's full. That's why that's not going in there. Wonderful. Boom, boom. Wonderful. Yay. Oh. Actually, a lot closer than I thought it was. Anyways. Go like that, and like that. And like that. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, just like last time, I'm going to go over here and just get rid of this. Just get rid of it. Like so. Wonderful. Well, that felt weird. That felt weird. Nevertheless. Like so. Like so. Wonderful. You know, sometimes I forget to talk. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So we got like that. We'll get all this stuff put away. Wonderful. Look at that. We got 4 shulkers already for us. 5 shulkers already for us. I'm going to put those in there so I remember that I need to move those out. So. But. Go like so, go like so. So, go like so. Yo, what's up, Ryan? No, this is Java. This is Java. It's always weird whenever somebody redacts their message. Like, it's not a dumb question. Like, you need to redact it. But it's all good. It's all good. So. Go like so, go like so. It's getting dark outside. Let's sleep. He's in my bed. He's in my bed. Get out of my bed. This is my bed. So. Go like so. Go like so. Wonderful. One thing I really want to make sure I get right is the size of this. So there's a good size and there's a bad size. So there's like, if I make it too small, everything's going to feel really crowded or like weirdly not full enough. Like there isn't going to be enough going on. If that makes sense. Like I want to have a good 6 stalls that are all, well, I can do a couple of fishermen on one or two. But then most of them are going to be guys with composters. So I really want to make sure I get it right. So that way it feels like it's been there and it's grown from what it was. So. Show, fly over this way. Go like so. But we are making really good time with this, so I'm happy with that. We're getting quite a ways in not that long of a time. Right? Yeah. Never mind. Never mind. Whoops, daisies. Whoops, daisies. Turns out that was 45 minutes. Ooh. Well, maybe my 2 hours is about correct. The biggest thing is actually going to wind up being the shulker boxes. As long as we get enough of those broken apart, we should be good. Ooh, ah. That was interesting. So, go like so. Like I want to use a lot of moss in this, but I also feel like I should use more cobblestone and stone bricks. Like I do definitely feel, yo, Demon King, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Um, I do want to have some greenery in there, but I'm not sure how much I should have. You know what I mean? It is going to be a spot where a lot of people walk around, so it makes sense having cobblestone or a road path or some form of path. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Da-da. Ooh, go like that. That. Go like that. I'll go like that. So, yeah, like I feel like it's not straight grass. Like I do feel like there's cobblestone mixed in, at least around the high traffic areas, and then the rest of it is gonna be we'll do as like moss. So we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. I'm on my own server, so I pay for the server. I've had it for 5, 6 years, so but yeah, I'm on my own server. It's like a private server. But I hold it on a server because the server is a lot more stable. Whereas, like, I've needed to restart my computer like 17 times in the last year. So. And I've only thought I've lost the world one time. It's a long time. It's a long time. Like that. And like that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's not really a possibility. Give you an idea, this is all one build. So like all these buildings are connected because it's actually a city. Then I have a literal like monolith like replication of the Temple of Artemis with my own spin on it in another area, so I am very very picky about the people I let on, so yeah. So breaking down like that. 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 No, one thing I'm also hoping that happens with doing the farmer's market is I find the inspiration to finish the greenhouse because I do think the greenhouse will be a really, really cool build. It's just, yeah. Frost. My pickaxe is named Jimmy Woo because have you seen WandaVision. It is important to the story. If you've seen WandaVision, I am sure you can probably follow where I'm going with this. But in WandaVision, Jimmy Woo is the FBI agent. To give you context, if you don't know, he learns magic after he watches Scott from Ant-Man, the Ant-Man. He watches the Ant-Man Scott. This is all part of the MCU. Do magic, so he learns how to do it. And then he does a magic trick to pull out a business card as he's going to the dome that the Scarlet Witch has made, which encapsulated a town. He pulls out his business card and he does a magic trick to pull it out. And everybody went, "Oh my gosh, he's so smooth. He's so smooth." Like when that happened. And I started this world right around that time. And I was like, I'm naming every single one of my tools something different and unique. So Silk Touch Pickaxe got named Jimmy Woo. So, because it gives me stone instead of cobblestone. It's so smooth, it doesn't break the stone. How long did it take for you to do all this? Actually, not as long as you think. So, I've had this world for 5 to 6 years. But I only have 70-ish days on this world. So, like 70-ish real world days on this world, because I've had like long periods of burnout. So a lot of the builds you're actually looking at right now we've done in the past 3 months. So not as long as you would actually think. It's just it looks like a lot. But if you keep going at it, it just comes together. So yeah. But there's another area that I had 2 really good years on, or a good year and a half on. That's really complete. Yeah. So a lot of these builds took me about 2 weeks real world time. 1 to 2 weeks real world time just to put together, like during the streams. So like this took 3 or 4 streams. This one took, I think, 6, 7, because we also needed to do that's better out here. I also needed to do the landscaping out here. So Napa's home took 2 weeks because that is all mud on the outside. So getting the mud was a process. Yeah. Napa's home. So it actually hasn't taken as long as you would think. But just to get to this point, like, it's taken some time. All the builds within here, like, so yeah, pretty much all these builds took a week's worth of time because they were all done in like video format. So yeah, it took a while. It didn't take a while though. Yeah, and then I got Item Duper for my fortune, Shaniqua for my shovel, Bob the bow. This is actually one of my first followers, so. And then Mr. Useful because he doesn't have Silk Touch on him. Then I have a hoe whose name is Leroy Jenkins. So he's sitting in the ender chest because he has no purpose here. The other area is actually more complete. It's just not... Like, I need to go through portals to get there, so... And I really want to stay on task with this. But the Temple of Artemis took me all 5 or 6 years just because I would get burned out on it while working on it, and then last week or the week before. I was like, you know what? We're going to do this for a stream. We're going to put all this stuff in it. And it took me an hour and a half of the 2.5 hour long stream to actually finish it. So, yeah, that was a kick to the jaw right there. But I also think, like, it's really easy to psych yourself out on a build if you just look at it from a raw standpoint. So, like, the thing that isn't easily seen is the fact that that build right there is where a mountain used to be. You guys don't know that. Like, there used to be a mountain there. There's a reason I got 5 beacons set up. Like, and it's something that I often forget about. Like, a lot of these builds are where there used to be hills and mountains, and like I've torn them all down. And, like, I'm forgetting it. Like, that one was where part of a mountain started. Like, it's crazy sometimes. The thought processes that I use to justify what I'm doing. Yo, what's up, Red Jelly Man? You know, I really hope this gets me a lot further on this big deck than I thought it would. Unfortunate. What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? How you doing? Unfortunate. How you doing? Liam, what's up? Chris, unfortunately, I have a lot of really big builds on here, so I need to know people, like, for 6 months to a year, like, really know them before I let them on the server. So, I got a lot of really big builds on here that I really like to keep, so. Yeah. I also would TNT all this if I didn't care about what the landscape would look like. But, like, a flat landscape is so much easier to reshape and reimagine than what a blasted landscape is. Like, there are actually parts that I went and blasted over there that I hate to look at. I hate to look at them because they look so ugly. They look so ugly. But also, like, when you go to, like, work them, to actually, like, make them usable, you gotta do so much extra little work. Like, if one TNT misses, you're sending down, like, 7, 8 blocks just to break one block. It's so annoying. The amount of times I've been asked, why don't you just TNT it? Like, I'm gonna rebuild the mountain, which is, I fear, is unfortunate proof that I am a Minecrafter. But also, I would hate the look of it. Because I do have a quarry that I was working on that, like, we did blast out parts of it. And it does not work whatsoever. It does not work whatsoever. Ever, man. Like, anyways. collect that, collect that, collect that, collect that. Up as much as we can. Da, 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 da. It's dog. Yeah. Anyways. Break. Break. Careful. I just use. So I'm on PC. I don't know what you would be on, but if you're on PC, using OBS is really probably the best way. Webcam wise, it depends on what webcam you're hooking up. So you can use your phone, and there's a bunch of different apps that you can download or use that'll allow you to connect your phone. And if your phone allows your PC or Mac to actually just straight up connect its like camera, that's even better. I know mine can't, which is stupid. But you can directly link your camera via wired connection to like your phone. Like it'd be a really, really good option if you're using your phone as a webcam, that is, which is again totally possible. But also just screen recording with OBS is the best. Like you're just doing it straight up with. If you're on a computer, like that is straight up the best. If you're on a system, I know nothing about that. So, but I do know you need a capture card if you're on a system looking to record. So, that I do know. You need a capture card. That's about all that I know that with that. And if you're on a 2 PC setup, because for me, what it is I am on a 1 PC setup, but I'm also like game capturing. So, what's up, Epic Plays? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Oh no. Run out of room. Feels weird. I'm doing good. Don't mind me. I'm feeling out my foot right now. Yeah, that Mexican cat. Oh my gosh. I see it. Thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. It genuinely does. You know what? He has a point. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, uh, yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that 500 number, so I'm super stoked about that too. So, what's the project I'm working on? So right now we are clearing space because I'm gonna go to F4. So I have a free cam because I'm on Fabric for Java. So right in this area about, we're gonna have a farmers market for our city that we're working on. So we're gonna have a farmers market because that's gonna break off into the upper district area. So it's gonna be a bit of a courtyard. We're gonna have 6 to 8 stalls. We're gonna go up about 4 or 5 blocks. So that's what we're working on right now. So, and once we get everything broken off for that, it'll be really, really nice. So, we're actually getting close to where we can start working on it. So, I think at least I might start a little bit further back because when I was in the free cam there, I noticed it was a lot further back than what I thought it was originally. So, we're working on a farmer's market instead of finishing that up because, yeah. How long have I been working on this town in general? In general, I've been working on this area for about 3 or 4 years. I've had a lot of burnout in there, so like, yeah, it's not as far as you'd think it is. Since I started streaming in November, I've rebuilt this building here, built this one, built that one, this whole garden area. Appa's home, he's a happy guest. You can see him in there. And this building, and then this tower right here, and removed a lot of this mountain. So, yeah, dang is right, Liam. So, but I've dealt with a lot of burnout, but I really feel like I've rounded the corner on it. So, causes of it all. So, yeah, it's one of those weird things where like now I enjoy mining, like and tearing down the mountain. Before I looked at it, I was like, oh, I really need to take that down, and I was like, why? No, I enjoy it. Yeah. If I was working on this consistently, like, I have no doubt I would be almost done with the project. It's just, it's a city from a book that I wrote. Like, I'm not just randomly building a city. The city is called Finrad. It's from my book Bosca Finrad. Sound is almost like ASMR. Yeah, it is. I really need to separate my mic and my audio and then just put up like a 10-hour video of just this sound. Might actually try to figure that out for a later date. I could probably actually do it just by setting up a recording track and then just splice together hours of me doing this. Simply recorded it, so same way that I splice together, or I would splice audios and stuff. Just do a go to sleep with the sounds of Minecraft. Then just randomly in the middle of the video, just scream as loud as I can. It would appear I accidentally started using the wrong pickaxe. So, Yes, it is Epic. It is on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Kindle, you can actually read it for free. It's called Bosca Finrad by Logan Schwanke. So you want to know how to spell the last name? Like, it's the first part of Schwanke Kong. So, but it's called Bosca Finrad. It should be like the one thing that actually pops up because that's how unique the name is, which really sucks for SOE. But um, yeah, it is actually like okay. So it involves a half orc in a human kingdom. Like Finrad is all human, right? It's all D&D inspired. And the half orc grows up in an orphanage, which is that build right there, which was actually the first build that was in Finrad. And like when I say to people that, oh, and here's the orphanage, they're like, why do you have that? And it's like because it's quite literally place in the book. What's up, Void? How you doing? How you doing, Void MC? Oh. It's just one of those things where you say that you have an orphanage in your Minecraft town, and everybody goes, "Oh, what type of streamer is this? What type of streamer is this?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no! It's part of the book. It's part of the book." What type of Minecrafter is he? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling. We're working on getting this mountain removed so that I can build my farmer's market. So I can sell my tangerines and their knickknacks and goodies. Yeah. So, go like that. For consistently about 3 months. Then wasn't streaming. Streamed quite a bit. Had to stop due to a natural disaster. Had to uh stream quite a bit, but had to stop due to mental health imploding. Yeah. So I'd say about 3 months. But this Minecraft world I've had for 6 years, and that's when I started streaming 6 years ago. So and I hit affiliate 5 years ago. So I hit affiliate like 4 months into streaming. What platform are you asking on? It's different for every single platform. Twitch, like 12. YouTube, I'm closing in on 180. And TikTok, like 500. So, yeah. Well, I'd love if you joined our Discord server, where we help small streamers grow on Twitch. Is it hard to reach affiliate? If you have a couple of good friends, not really. You'll get pushed really hard to gain followers until you hit affiliate. But if you have like 3 good friends that'll watch your streams, no, it's not hard. And if you pick a game like Minecraft, I don't really think it's that hard either. So, the book is called Bosca Finrad. Could have a half orc and a human on the cover with a giant axe. Like, And I didn't have 3 friends and I hit it like in 3 months. So, yeah. But that was also back in 2020. So it might be a little bit harder now. I honestly, like, if I was starting over again, I wouldn't even look at Twitch. Like, I would go to I would use Twitch solely for VODs. Like, whatever happens on Twitch, great. But, yeah, I wouldn't care about it. I stopped caring about my follower count on Twitch when I hit 50 followers because that was the threshold that I needed for affiliate. Like, so. If you got a couple of friends that'll watch your streams, it's really not that hard. Like I said, Twitch will push you initially because they want you running ads. And you'll run more ads if you get part of the ads. So they're going to push you until you hit that point where you're starting to get money from them. And then they'll kind of dial it back a little bit. But like I said, affiliate's just kind of like icing. So, yeah, the name of the book is Boska Finrad, B-O-S-K. It's also like really important to, if you get live access on TikTok, like fully engage there, because TikTok can be your best friend. Like, it's really easy to grow on TikTok, but it's also really easy to get banned for no reason on TikTok. So sucks, but it is what it is. Like that. I'm full. I'm full. Why am I so full? I need to bring. Ooh. I needed to bring these back so much sooner. I'm also emptying them out. Like, there's more in there already, so, like, what? Why am I super concerned about it? Ew. But I need to run to the other area because we are low. Hey, buddy. I really love how devoted he is to his commander who's already dead. Honestly, I'll give it to you, buddy. Charge! Missed. Backward. So, I'm gonna go grab this vial real quick. Have you beat the Ender Dragon? Yes. Yes, I have. I beat it relatively early on. That was literally like 8 weeks in, I think, streaming. So, um, yes, epic. Yeah, it is. Beat him pretty early on. I wanted to beat him with fireworks, but it doesn't work like that. Keith, I am on Java. So, yeah. Turns out you can't shoot him with fireworks, which is unfortunate. So, I think you should be allowed to, but what do I know? Apparently nothing. Apparently I know nothing. I, however, think it would be great content. You see Mumbo Jumbo and Doc and Skiz trying to fly around. What do you mean? Oh. Trying to fly around and destroy the Ender Dragon with the fireworks. I do not have a mace. Do not have a mace. That is not something that I have or really view as super important in getting. I'll get it eventually, but I'm not tanking my mental every other day just to go try to find it. So, so good. You ever just crack a finger and it's like, oh my gosh. So that's my biggest build. I don't know if you guys saw. Connected the dots as we came out of the portal. They're all good. Like I do not view it as that important. So we have the spear, which we are on Lytra all the time, so that's almost better. How's the farmer's market going? Well, Kissav, we're getting a lot of it torn down. It's just we're running into this issue where my pickaxe keeps on running out of durability. So, yeah. I come back here and look at this. Look at this. These guys don't want to refresh their trades. Ever want a grade in this world? What do you mean by that? Yeah, thank you, Epic. It would mean the world. Look at these guys. These guys are not resetting their trades. How'd they did? But yeah. I also need to fly over and get a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Moss. That's gonna be super important with just how we make it all look. So So wonderful. 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 We're about to run out of iron, which is okay. Because I have that fully repaired. Now we just gotta fill this guy up a little bit. Oh. I'm gonna need to go play basketball, I kid you not, for like 2 hours tomorrow just to fix my back. I'm still luckily not young enough where I could exercise and it actually fix the issues that I'm having. That makes sense? But I can feel it, like I need to go play basketball for just a while just to make my spine a little bit straighter. So, play. Oh, I really like the thought of trading for bottles of experience, just to get experience. And trade to get the glowstone, because we actually want glowstone. We can get redstone, because that into friend holes. But, anyways. That with me. Oh, what's my book about? It is about a orphaned half-orc coming of age story. He... Trying to think of how to summarize this. He's trying to become an adventurer, and then he's trying to become an adventurer in an all-human kingdom. And he's part of the lower district. And what that is it's essentially a class split. So you have the upper district, lower district. He's part of the lower district. Usually lower districts don't go for being adventurers because it's too dangerous. Granted, it's very lucrative. It's too dangerous to go on one mission and then never come back, and suddenly your family can't provide for itself. So the lower class isn't like super poor, but they are like, hey, like, don't screw the family poor. So, but so he goes to become an adventurer, and then he runs into issues of people not wanting him to be an adventurer because he's a half orc. So, yeah, that fun stuff. Yeah, so it spirals from there because there's a lot of bigger characters in play with it. So there's a lot of like from that point it spirals from there because there's just a lot of bigger characters in play for it. So guys in here. Why do I oh yeah, that's from in busting. So yeah, Bosca Finrad. Yep. Like I said, like it's a I think from the reviews people are really like it's a fast read and easy read, so which makes sense because I'm not a reader, so I like to keep things faster paced. I'm not a super slow, long, drawn out type of person. Like, that's actually the one thing I need to work on my writing is drawing stuff out. I do not do that at all. There is a part of my personality that's kind of like Kevin from The Office. Why many word when few word do good? Like that's literally like what mantra is sometimes. Like, there are days where you can't get me to talk. So this book is definitely fast-paced. Like, it's an easy read. Like, but I like the story. The story really came together well, and the characters are a lot of fun. Is it just me, or did the gravel up here? Yeah, it's like, what, 4.6 on Amazon? I think Kindle, it's like 207. Paperback, it's 230, 240. No, not 240. Like 230, 220, 214, somewhere around there. It's actually not as absurd of a question as you would think. It's just, it's been a long time since I've looked at that actual page number count. So, yeah, like I said, it's a really fast read. And if you're like, oh, well, what do you get the most out of? Literally everything's set up where I'll get like the same amount. So, and I also like to keep the prices down because I don't think entertainment should be expensive. Yeah. Oh, no, we're full again. At Don't ask my favorite character because I can't tell you because it's literally a spoiler. It's literally a spoiler. Nice. And I know I'm making it sound like it's a really easy read and it's not that deep. It's so much deeper than you actually would realize. I hide a lot of stuff in plain sight. I just don't call attention to it. But like, once the whole plan is done through and gone through, like, it's going to be a lot of moments of people looking at it going, it was staring us in the face. Like, that reminds me, I need to really work on polar. Right, we're actually going to start laying out some of this area. What's up, factual? Yeah, it's called Instamine due to H2 and efficiency 5. So. About 13 beacons just scattered around. You're all good, Epic. Oh, will I be live tomorrow? No, actually, tomorrow's my off day, so you're all good. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place by being it. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Yeah, I totally get it. Like, it's late for me too, so not that late, but yeah, late for me too, so. But anyway, you go like that. What's up, Sienna? How you doing? Senna, not Sienna. Senna. How you doing? How you doing? Go like that. I'm doing pretty darn good. I'm doing pretty darn good. Breaking all this down, so can't ever be too bad when you're just breaking blocks. But we're gonna be starting here on the farmers market soon, so I'm excited about that too. Yeah, Senna, thank you so much. I was like, no, that's not right. That's not right. It means the world, Senna. It really does. I always try my best. I always try my best. Sometimes I'm not the best right away, but eventually I get there. Eventually I get there. There's one thing that working on this Minecraft world has taught me. Is I might not be very good at building right now, but eventually I'll get there. When I do, people better watch out. Thank you so much, Senna. Thank you so much. Yeah. After we get this done, we're gonna work at starting to set the layout. So it'll be the road that we have going to it. Then the outline of it and where we're gonna have houses set. So everything looks real nice. It is so relaxing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I almost feel bad for doing a lot of mining streams, but then it's like I'm just watching this the entire time, and it's like I don't feel bad, actually. Like that. Nice, Senna. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna get to build it here in a second. To run through this. Oh my gosh, my food was so far down. We actually are a lot further than I thought we were away from some stuff. So, do I like snow? Well, I live in Iowa, so. No, I don't. Every time it snows, I cry. That's not actually fully true, but feels like it sometimes. I don't mind it. Like, I just don't like driving in it. Once driven through a blizzard so bad that nobody was out on the road, including the plows. And at one point, I know I was on the wrong side of the road because I looked over and saw mailbox that I knew should have been a lot further away from me. So, as long as I'm not driving in it, I like it. Once I'm driving in it, yeah, I could care less. Yeah, you can keep that. Yeah, we've had quite a bit of snow this year. It's just it all melted. So we actually for December. Oh my gosh, Liam! Before December, like 12th, somewhere in there. Oh my bad, my bad. I have a carrot. That's why he's coming over here. So, we got like all of our snowfall from the previous years within like the first 4 6 weeks, and since then we haven't gotten really anything. Yeah, I get that so much, Santa. Like I get that feeling so much. Back when I had my dog, that was the worst thing about winters. I was standing out there with my shorts and whatever sweatshirt I could find late at night, just freezing as I'm sitting there in slippers, like, ugh. All right, we gotta do something about this. Something about this. Um, uh, first snow in 5 years. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you're not used to it, I can also understand like it just being annoying. Like I saw a TikTok of a guy like actually out shoveling with a not like an actual shovel, but with a like how would I describe it? It wasn't an actual shovel. It was a like dirt shovel. Shovel you use to like spread out dirt and all that. And I was so close to being like, why don't you go get a normal shovel? And I was like, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Up, I don't know, bend. IDK bend? Yeah. I was like, I was watching this dude shovel and I was like, why don't you go get a real shovel? And then my brain went, hold on a second. Hold on a second. That might be the realest shovel he has. So I was almost like a really, really bad person. And then I remembered and I commented on his video like, let me guess, I totally get it's really hard to go get a shovel right now. Like, because everybody's just buying them up. So, like, way to do with what you have. Like, I was originally gonna like sit there and go, why don't you have a real shovel? But I totally understand. Like, you're not used to this. Like where I'm at, we're used to the snow, so like everybody has snow blowers. Like every other house has some form of like major snow removal on it, so it's like, oh yeah, I get it, I get it. So I have an umbrella to remove snow. Oh my gosh. Um. So got snow in the first 50 years. Yeah. I know there's spots in like Texas and stuff that it's like always been getting hit real bad. Florida's finally getting hit. Praise Dale for that. But it's wild. And like everything that's happening with snow and all that right now. Then you have my area, which usually has plenty of snow to go around. We got like a flurry. We're supposed to get snow tonight. That's the first time we're getting snow since like this whole like cold front went through the country. We had some flurries the other day. That was about it. Florida can't hide with the beaches anymore. No, they cannot. So, I don't think this is going to be as big as I thought it was, which is probably a good thing that we stopped here. But we are going to have a couple of elevation changes here, so. Liam, the next one will probably be Monday. So, I'm going to try to get as many as I can in early in the week. So, because I'm going to be gone for 5-6 days. So, after that, but yeah, next one's going to be Monday. It's going to be about 7 o'clock. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll be about Monday, so. Okay. See you, Liam. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place by being in it. All right, Santa. Thank you so much. It means the world to have the bell on. So. Wonderful. Uh, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I don't want to be too regular with the shape. I just want it to be irregular enough that it seems a little bit more natural. So, but we're going to go through and just get rid of all this. And yeah, like I said, I think we're actually going to be a little bit smaller than I thought, which isn't a bad thing. I want this to feel natural, so perfectly okay if it's smaller than we thought it would be. What's up, Liam? How you doing? How you doing? Yep, my legs are shaking. So, like that. Like that. And then we're going to want to go get some moss. I do have a stack over there. Liam, there are other people that have access to the server, but I don't invite people to the server right now, so Yellow Mash. This is on Java right now. Or this is Java. Right now I am very protective about who comes on because there are some crazy builds, so I'm not just talking the ones here, so yeah. I'd love it if I could invite people on, but unfortunately there are some ill-intentioned people in the world, so. And I know I would fight the world for this server, so. No, Yum. We don't do glitched. We don't do glitched here. Yeah, no. We don't do that. So everything you see is done in survival. The one time we did have somebody duped, it turned into a create chip or turned into a decoration piece to serve as a reminder. So yeah, we don't do duped here. Need to run and grab some mosh. Wonderful. Guys, don't worry. I think we have enough moss. Oh my gosh. Interesting. So, anyways. Fly this way now. So we're gonna use the moss for sure as grass that we put in. Because so that's actually what we have here. We have all moss here. And we're doing it because it's a lot more vibrant than the grass we might get. So yeah. You know what? I'm gonna keep him there. Because I'm gonna use him. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a mixture of stone, moss, and cobblestone. along with. So we're going to have vendor stalls, and of course we're going to be using spruce. When don't we use spruce? We'll actually also be using oak in it. Because we do want to have some brighter spots. Don't really have enough birch there. I do have more birch. Don't have it there. Use some of this too. That'll be all for that. I do have stone bricks over here. Anyways. This area is so much bigger than I thought it was. So much bigger. I'm also gonna need more stone bricks. Because the way this road's actually gonna work is I'm gonna start winding here. Then so it's actually gonna wind up a little bit. But also I'm gonna start shifting her over. Because it's gonna get a little bit more windy in the upper district. So I totally broke that for no reason at all. Right here. And short. Boom, boom, boom. So go in here, and we're gonna need a lot more stone brick. So, but that's all right. That's all right. We have plenty of stone. We siloed for a reason. We siloed for a reason, so. Anyways. That. Oh. outlet. Look at all. You don't want to know how far up that goes. You don't want to know. You don't want to know because I don't like knowing. Wish. Might widen it a little bit. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna widen it a little bit because then that way I will have plenty of space on the sides, and we can actually let there be uniqueness. All of it. We are working on building a little farmer's market. So you see we got the cutouts right here. So we're going to go in, put in some cobblestone, put in some moss. What's up, nation? How you doing? And we're going to put in little stalls. And that's actually, we're going to have a lot of our farmers and then a couple of fishermen. So 20 days in the world, like 73 real world days. I don't know how many Minecraft days because that's just how old the world is. The world is like 6 years old, but I dealt with a lot of burnout over the years, so. All I know is I put in like 70 real world days into this world. So. Yeah. That. All right, now we need to go get some stairs. Yeah. Yep. I didn't need to make the stone bricks. Oh, this is why yeah. Storage system isn't going to work. Except for from stupid person disease. Especially because now I'm like, I should put slabs here. Oh, yeah. I can still do slabs, but please remember that we have slabs. Yeah, it's a lot of days. But they're well spent. So, we actually just built this area recently, so. This week, so. Building didn't actually take as long as I thought it would, so. I was happy about that. Oh. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, now what we're going to do. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put in all the moss. We're going to put in all the moss, make sure everything is how we want it to be. We're going to come in and we are going to then put in all of the, what am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. That's the issue. Then we're going to come in, put in all the stalls, and then we'll create like our cobblestone paths from there. So we'll create our cobblestone paths from there, and yeah. But just make it as pretty as we can. Hey, buddy, I need to borrow that. So you know what's something I might do far underneath the storage system? I might just do some of my major farms down there and then put off switches in them. So I don't overload the system with items. Granted, it would take a lot of items. It would take a lot of items to overflow it, but still possible. So, still possible though. More moss. Because I got a whole nother side to do. And a whole front area here to do. Gonna need more mulch. Gonna be unfortunate. We live and we die. Vamos. You want to get all of it out of my inventory before we do anything. Just because that way, whatever I do grab, we grab like a full amount of it. So. But nevertheless, wonderful. And then once we get all of our moss in, we're going to design our first little cart. And the important thing that I want to do is I want to design it with a villager in there. So that way I don't need to go in after the fact. So. To really take the moss out of here. All right. Wonderful. There's cobblestone. No. There we go. There we go. Got rid of the cobblestone. Okay. That may be part of the reason why, but you never know. You never know. I'll at some point need AFK there though, just to build up the moss stock again. Possibly change one of the orders to so. I actually really like how this is gonna look. So I'm gonna be up one here. Gonna be down on this level here. And that. See, when you do it at eye level, it's actually so easy. So easy at eye level, dude. Point. Wonderful. So, talk about the first stall. Crafting table instead of crafting a 30th one. Throw our moss in there. So, what I want that action right there. Some of that. Cool. What's up, Max? How you doing? Yeah. We run deep. So this world's 5, 6 years old, so yeah, why can't I figure out how to make a fence? Wow, you got a lot of stuff. How do I build fence? Yeah. This world's 5, 6 years old, so if I didn't have more stuff, I'd be really concerned. But I need also a composter. So, this will be the start of it. Actually gonna have this be the side of it. Yeah, so we'll break this, and what we'll do, put those in there. Raise this up one. So he'll be up here like this. Uh, How do I want this to look? I don't think I can have him up one. I don't think I can have him up one. I'll do is I'll put this here. Do this there, there, boom, boom. Here, here, right. And I think I'm actually gonna go get some wool. And we'll have wool on the top of this. Wool on top of this. Along with a mixture of just wood. So question will be what colors do it's gonna be the important thing. Not in here, I'm not. Wood governor. Wood governor. Only sounds like I'm inside of it. Oh, that felt so good. I'm not gonna lie, right now I'm able to pop like my knuckle on my middle finger like every 20 minutes. Is that normal? I feel like it should be. Oop, I just hit a wall. Whoopsie-daisies. I do need to come in and redo this, so. Okay, gonna take some brown wool. Gonna take some brown wool. Actually, no, I'm not doing brown wool. Brown wool. Some black wool and red wool. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. That. We fly across like so. Very important thing that we need to do here. Very important thing we need to do here. We need to go find a villager. Steal him. Now I know how that sounds. And I get it. It seems scary. It seems scary. Very important that we do it. Actually gonna lower this down one. It'll make sense in 30 seconds, I promise. Suddenly I can't find a villager. Never mind. Hello, Paul. So, who wants to get in the magic school bus? Oh. Yeah, I guess we can do 2 composters. Uh, can you tell I never do this? Tell I never do this. Oh, daisies. All right. Oh. Yo, what's up, Jack? What's up, Jake? And Manabuchi, how you doing? I know I didn't try to hit him. It happened on accident. I swear. An accident, I swear. Yo, Dirty Ape, thank you so much. Yeah. We'll keep grinding away. But honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not one of those people that focuses too much on the sub number. So. But every day it goes up, it makes me feel a little bit better until we hit our goal. So. That means the world. So. I fear your friend fell in a hole, and I don't know what to do about that. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, I think he just fell into a hole. Like, yeah. Anyways, let's get you a spot where people will just walk up. Yo, Joey V, thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. So, what I'm gonna do is I want to spread this out a little bit. So the idea with the cobblestone is just kind of how people will walk up. So like, people would be walking down the street going da 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 da. They'll walk up like that. Like they're gonna take a curve to it. So that's the thought process behind it. And then as they're leaving, they're gonna take a curve out of it, right? And then also, I'll have a little section like this, where it will actually lead to another stall in another spot. So we'll probably have 2 stalls up here. I'll actually put that one up like that. So, hold on. Before I do that, run inside. How many blocks do we have of what? Built this guy for a reason. We should use it. If here, I don't have any cobblestone in here. Have any cobblestone in here? Good to know. Oh, yes. Actually. need you. It's raining. No. I actually really like that. We put some greenery around there. It's going to look really, really good. So, we'll give you lantern there. And a lantern here. Is it nighttime? Or no, not yet. Anyways, I do have cobblestone stairs. I just don't know where. But with enough searching, I should be able to find them. Haha, I found him. Found him. Da, 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 da. Do I want to do cobblestone stairs here, or do I want to do slabs? Why can't you make one decision and go with it? It's nighttime, though, isn't it? No. It was apparently right on nighttime. Anyways. Da, 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 da. I'm going to do slabs because, yeah, I want to do slabs. I want it to be a little bit more gradual. Upstep, so I want the upstep to be a little bit more gradual. So, like that. Then, these guys out. Ish. Cat. Actually going to go a little bit deeper on this one. So this one's coming up from the step, so it's going to be a little bit tighter. So this one is not on the step, so we can leave it a little bit more open. And we're only going to do... simply go 3, 3. Okay, is that? Oh, this is technically 5, but technically 5, but it's not really 5, but it technically is. So, and all right. How do I want to get the villagers over here? Because like that's going to be the hardest thing is getting the villagers up here. Zuma. Actually. That. Nope, nope. Trust the process. Process dope. What? That's not true. Paul George did. 2 shepherd people. 2 shepherd people. Huh? We're gonna go like this. Very, very important. And ask me why I didn't just put the black in with. I don't know. Just the way things worked out. I'm gonna leave this here like this. Then over here. So shoot. This is going to sound insane. Likelihood. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Good. If I put that there, they'll still be able to see it. What's the likelihood? I'm going to bet we get stupidly lucky for no reason. Yes, guys. Here we go. By me. Yo. Oh. Oh. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him. No. Get back here. Right. Wonderful, wonderful. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go get a piston. Because they won't come up like that. Oh. Yes. I go get a bucket of water. Some water. Water. Go get water. We'll be able to ride the water up. Then I'll be able to pull him where I need to pull him. And it will work. Yes. Small problem. Need to do this properly. Otherwise. Oh no, they got out of the boat. You know, that was working so well. One's in. Go. Go. I didn't trade with you, did I? Did punch him, but I've never traded with him. So eventually he should lose his trade. So I might need to go break his bench. But nevertheless, totally failed at that. Totally failed at that. So, like that. I'm actually really happy with the progress that we've made today, so I'm gonna go find his loom bench. Break it. Oh my gosh. Why are you still... He'll lose it eventually. He can't go to it. Eventually he will lose it. I have faith that he'll lose it. So. Anyways. All right. I think with that, though, we are going to call it there. We are going to call it there. So. Oh my gosh. So. Anyways. So, we are going to end there. So, as always, stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being it. Stay awesome. Be awesome. I will catch you on the next stream. Bye. Yeah, I think you get it. I need to set up my hack keys again. That way I can end my stream while doing that. So, but it is what it is. As always, stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place.